Once you're logged into the Horizon desktop, the computer on campus here, you'll see the Outlook shortcut on the desktop. Go ahead and double click on that. And this is where you'll set up Outlook. You'll use your Outlook, the username, the email address that I gave you. The first time when you set it up, you're going to type in your Outlook and your number and the email address there, the biztech.arc.losrios.edu. There might be times when you log in and it may come up as a different number here. It may be somebody else's number. If that's the case, normally you're going to type in it's going to ask you for your email address first and then your password. But if that's the case, that it is another number, click on More Choices here and choose Use a Different Account. That way you're using your same account every single time. So don't use somebody else's account. Always use yours. Mine is 01. Yours is another number that I gave you. So make sure you use that. So I'm going to just go ahead and say use a different account just to show you what it's going to look like. So normally you would put your email address and password. You don't have to click remember my credentials, just leave that unchecked and then click OK. And that's going to log you into Outlook the first time. Sometimes it'll take a little time to set it up the first time, but this is the Outlook that you'll use. You already have a welcome message from me in there that you'll see will come up. This is called the navigation area over here. This is your inbox where all your email come to. These are favorites up here. You can also click on inbox there. Uses your ribbon at the top to ribbon and the different tabs broken into tabs, and each tab has numerous groups on it. When you send a new email message, if you click on email here or new email and then you click on to, our class is these Outlook accounts. So send to those, always send to me because I'm Outlook 01. So remember that, make sure I always get that. But it may say send to your whole class. If that's the case, then what you do is you can either hold down the control key and select each one, or you could select the first one, scroll down to the last one, which I think is 35. Click the shift key to select all of them. That selects a range, the first one and the last one. Click on to and OK, and that will populate your recipient list, and then type in the subject of the email, and then you can send it. But I'll go ahead and cancel out and not send that email. Couple other things, if you want to minimize this Horizon desktop window, you can click on this button and that will minimize it, and you can resize it how you want, and then you can see your own desktop back here. So this is the actual desktop of the client on the campus, and this is my own desktop back here. I can maximize it back out, and then when I'm ready to exit out of the Horizon desktop, I can just click the X up here in the upper right hand corner, and you can also minimize Outlook as well within the desktop environment to make it smaller. You can drag it around to where you want. I usually like it big, and I usually like to adjust the size of these panes. This is the navigation pane. This is the folder pane, which displays whichever folder you have selected, displays the contents, and this is the reading pane. So you can make each one. I can make this one a little bigger and this one a little smaller, or even them out. However you want to do it, you can adjust that each time. So anyway, we'll get more into this as we go along, but I hope this helps you set up your Outlook account for the first time. One last thing, click the X here to close out of the Horizon desktop environment, and that will log you out. And then you can close this window and you're all done.